Hello and welcomes back everyone, AnthWolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic, playing as our Imperial Agent here on the planet Voss. Stumbling over my words at the beginning of this video, always a good start. But no, yeah, we're on the planet Voss at the moment, about to enter the Shrine of Healing. A place where the Force-sensitive mystics of the Voss undergo a pilgrimage to, obviously, see if they are worthy of being, well, a mystic themselves, basically, and maybe undergo their own vision, which is then interpreted and seen what the future events may bring. Before we enter, though, and go to the trials, we want to speak to Kernar here.
Sith Empire amusing, forced to pretend affection. Will you now pretend interest in Voss history?
Voss history must be fascinating. I am eager to learn more about it.
Of course, I am eager to teach. Out there are writings, memories, the mystics speak. Learn, study, return, and your path may be easier.
Do you have any more information on the area?
Gormak creatures. It is Voss. Keep an open mind, maybe even learn.
He isn't joking. Keep an open mind, try to absorb the information that these the writings tell you, because in the trials it may be useful to you. I think when I first did this as my bounty hunt, I did the first trial correctly by mistake. But yeah, no. Absorb these and learn what we can.
Rise and shine.
Preferably do them in order as well. An elaborate script is carved into the stone. You scan it and let your datapad translate. Hear the words of Jadic Toe. You will not like them. I do not like them. The last Gormak must not die. There was no discussion. The interpretation was clear. If every Gormak dies, every Voss dies. This is true. Wage a war, but do not win. Survive. For total victory is death. I could be wrong, maybe the order isn't important, but I'd like to think that it is. What's important is we must not let every Gormak die, apparently. Next one is Leo, which is here. More elaborate script which our datapad will translate for us. I am Leo Vo, and these are my words. I who will not replace the interpreters. 16 years debating, the free screamed, the people begged. 16 years, but the interpretation was true. Vision cannot be rushed. Oh, stuck on a corner. More elaborate script is carved into the stone. You scan it and let your datapad translate. These are the words of Meadow Jar, greatest healer ever born. Pharaoh Ra's disease is incurable, but not for me. Limbs regrown, hearts uncleaved. One of the three fell ill, deadly, only I could save. Devil Car said I should not heal. If I healed, it would fail. It was seen the three must be preserved. I stepped aside for a younger healer. No Voss is perfect. No Voss is above vision? I think that was the last word there. It was rushed slightly. Feel free to pause and go back and reread those. No Voss is above vision. So yeah, the greatest healer could have healed one of the three. The three is kind of like their three leaders. Obviously they decide on the overall. They make the final judgment on behalf of the Voss, and that healer could have saved one of them, but apparently the vision told it not to be so. And last but not least, More elaborate script is carved into the stone. You scan it and let your datapad translate. I am the mystic Nelamoir. I put a child in the free. A crying babe unfit for anything, to replace a great leader. The vision was clear. The plague came and the free died. We called back a great leader to reform the free. So, I may be interpreting this wrong, but it seems like there was a vision that this plague was going to kill the free. And that if this greatest healer had have saved the other member, then he would have died anyway. But in not saving him directly and putting a child there instead, they could have brought him back then to reform the free stronger than ever. I could be totally off track. These visions may not even be interconnected to each other. They may be spaced out over a period of time, but, you know, working on limited knowledge.
I have studied the words of the mystics.
Obligation, genuine interest, doesn't matter. How you learn will determine success. The shrine sees you.
And we gained a legacy level. How are we doing?
Come on,
Level 31. That might be the highest legacy level I've ever had. I know that sounds like a redundant statement, but I do have characters on the North American server as well, and that's where I used to play before I started recording the series. So before we go to the Wellspring, which I'm guessing is over here, let's go undergo the trials of the mystics, shall we? Prove ourselves worthy before we try and enter this Wellspring.
I want to begin the trials. I was told to speak with Dalga Woe.
Faydeth Kai sent word. He claims you are worthy. The trials are sacred. Why does an outsider seek entry?
I'm a humble pilgrim seeking to enter the shrine.
You are an outsider. The trials are for the mystics. Their training ends here. The trials claim many. You may not survive.
I don't suppose you have any advice for an outsider.
The trials are for the mystics. Think as they do. Enter the proving grounds. The trials await.
And that's all he'll tell us. An earpiece. Not as good as what we have. In fact, nowhere near as good as what we have. That's fine though. It's probably a level 48 earpiece, and at that time it would have been handy, but we've got gear appropriate probably nearly for our level. Oh, rolling into a wall there. Good job. So, welcome to the upper level of the Shrine of Healing to enter the Proving Grounds. I always like undergoing these trials, for a particular reason I'll get to at the end. Let's take another experience booster. Let's join our fellow pilgrims in meditating at the altar.
You do not belong here, Honored One. You have earned your place in the shrine, but the vision was clear. Another mystic has been chosen. You must leave.
Are these the trials? Is this some kind of test?
Many have protested this decision. You are not the first. We cannot force you to leave, Honored One. You must decide for yourself.
I'm not sure what a mystic would say, but I'll try to guess.
You can answer only as you were taught. Darrell Ka has had a vision. A Voss will be brought to the shrine for healing. This person must survive. You are our best healer, yet you were not in the vision. Darrell Ka has seen another, lesser healer. He must take your place.
Replace me then. I'm sure I can find other Voss to heal.
Others object on your behalf. They must hear your words. Only the healer in the vision will succeed. Another could bring disaster. The vision asks you to step aside for another. You must follow it.
Your choice doesn't make sense, but I can't argue with a vision.
We do what we must.
Forgive me, Honored One. I seek your guidance. I've had a vision. The things I saw were strange, troubling. I am still in training. I need your help to discover the meaning of my vision.
Do mystics usually help potentials with their visions?
A potential's visions are usually clear. I am the first to ask. You are a full mystic. You have had many visions. You know what to look for. My vision could mean great changes. I must be certain of its meaning.
Mystics have visions. They don't analyze them.
Only interpreters can find meaning.
Time grows short, Honored One. We must decide. Part of your vision is clear. We must join the Republic or the Empire to survive. The interpreters have spent months debating. The outsiders grow restless.
Do the interpreters usually take this long?
Never with such an important vision. Interpreters are chosen by the mystics. You can replace them. The interpreters stress patience. Can we afford to wait?
A decision like this can't be rushed.
Signs reveal themselves when ready.
A mystic must know his role. You understand. Go forward. Corruption lies ahead. Destroy the source.
A mystic must know his role. You understand. Go forward. Corruption lies ahead. Destroy the source.
The mystic must know his role. You understand. Go forward. Corruption lies ahead. Destroy the source.
And we got all 3 visions correct. And now we must destroy the corruption that lies ahead. But yeah, that was the first trial. And in reading those writings from the ancient mystics, we learned how we may best bypass or correctly talk to the spirits there. But welcome to the spirit world. I don't think there's any loot here because naturally we're here more in spirit than we are in the flesh. But I don't want to think of what happened if we died here. So let's try and avoid that. There's the spirit of corruption.
I'd like a moment in private with you on the ship.
I think these are various things that make the corruption stronger. Reformation. Is it divisiveness? The Gormak heresy. And finally, the outside influence. And corruption is now free. Prepare to face corruption. Excellent.
That was fantastic!
And this is the third trial room.
time is short. A mystic must heal us.
Tell me what happened here.
To give life, you must take it first.
Care to explain that?
The boss is in too much pain to respond. But yeah, Voss mystics can heal. That is one of their abilities. But they have to take pain first, or deliver pain, I maybe should say, to charge up their ability. Charged up the healing crystal fully. Two more to go, finish off the bonus.
Outsider, we are impressed. The trials are for the mystics, yet you survive.
All the answers are in Voss culture.
Knowledge is nothing without skill. Visions show our fortunes. Survival depends on a mystic's sight. A mystic protects the Voss. He must know our enemy.
You mean the teched-out natives, the Gormak?
The Gormak will destroy us. A mystic must know how.
Beat the Gormak warrior. And I think that might be all the trials complete. The only thing remaining is to enter the vision chamber. Maybe. Yep, we're back in the real world once again. And we actually have moved position, as if we were moving in real life, not just in some spirit world itself. So that's where we were, meditating at the altar. Now, what I really find interesting about this whole undergoing the trials, even though it's part of the story arc here in Voss, it's tied into your main storyline because, like a mystic, you can have a vision, and it will tell you what may occur in your future. Well, what will occur in your future.
Crude, but effective. I am Magra Su. All potentials must face me. The trials are dangerous. I meet more corpses than men.
If the trials are worth dying for, I don't see why.
A mystic must know his role. This is the first trial. Focus and meditation, the second. Healing and balance, the third. Only one with a mystic's understanding can defeat the Gormak. You have passed.
What does an outsider get for passing the trials?
The trials bring clarity. A mystic's power is awakened. You have learned to see. A vision will be granted.
How can I have a vision if I'm not a mystic?
I will see. You will tell me where to look. Look upon the ancient tablets. The vision will come. Focus. Your vision will come.
It's your responsibility now. Everything we built, everything we hid from you. You're the only one like us left. You'll take good care of it, but between you and me, I want to show you one last thing.
One last thing, Hunter.
The vision is over. You have seen what comes.
All I saw was a ghost talking nonsense.
You saw your future. I cannot interpret it. A mystic sees. The Voss respond. The trials have ended. Leave now.
We're gonna meet Hunter and he's not gonna be trying to kill us. Where the last one left? I don't understand. Huh. I wonder what that really means then.
Rise and shine.
It will occur though, regardless, so I guess we'll find out then. I mean, as the bounty hunter, we were shown meeting with the Supreme Chancellor Janaris. As a smuggler, we encountered Rogan the Butcher. I wonder what Hunter was talking about. And he wasn't his usual arrogant self. Well, maybe not entirely his arrogant self. And this is the direction we need to go to the Wellspring. Following in, what was his name? Albathius' the Shining Man's footsteps.
Rise and shine.
You have faced the trials, outsider, but the Wellspring is for the broken.
Another outsider came here, once. I have questions about him.
The Mystics tend the Wellspring. The Mystics make bodies and minds whole. I disturb them for nothing less.
I may be an outsider, but I need guidance. There are terrible things in my past. I sometimes wonder who I am.
I will take you to Aminlay.
Some quick talking for us.
You must do this alone.
If the Shining Man was here, he might have gone through the same thing. See where it goes?
The fracture is deep.
To rebuild a body, a spirit, one rebuilds history. The Vitalicron is the vessel of memory. Each petitioner fills. In a Vitalicron, the ceremony is preserved.
These Vitalicrons remember everyone who comes here.
Yes. Breathe the mists and speak true.
We're doing a lot of collapsing today.
You are the tree. Your roots, the past, the universe is soil. The tree is sick. See what nurtures the roots, and remember your early teachings. A uniform before it became a mask. Who were you then?
I wanted to serve the Empire and all its worlds. Joining Imperial intelligence was a natural step.
Consider now the seasons that shape the tree. First, a season of fire. You purged the darkness by kindling the blaze. Many screamed, but you did what no other could. Then a season of famine. You stood alone. Your friends and foes carved the wood of your mind. Speak of the wound. Speak of your strength.
No matter how many lies I live, I do fight for a reason. My strength is there.
Only if you truly understand. Now you are in a season of mists. All things are obscured. Your spirit burns angry, like frost. But this cannot endure forever. You must change. What will you become?
Changing identities is what I do best. I'll be whatever I need to be.
Then only you will know when you are truly healed.
The Honored One, Amin Lay, has spoken. The healing has been recorded. You hold a Vitalicron, the memory of your wholeness, technologically stored. It must go to our vaults.
Say I wanted to view one of these Vitalicrons.
Each Vitalicron is genetically locked. Only its creator may know what happened. 10,000 and more are stored in the vault. Honor us by placing yours within.
Want to see what the Shining Man left for us?
Apparently so, but they said it was genetically locked. Oh. Can we gain access? Well, no. I say we found his tomb, but there was no body inside, so that answer is incorrect. Let's give it a try nonetheless, though.
Baston, I found a record of the Shining Man's visit to the shrine, but it's genetically locked.
Good thing you went tomb robbing. Sending the genetic workup on the Shining Man's ashes now.
Oh.
My contacts didn't find any identity matches, by the way. No evidence he existed before Voss.
What about the genetic code itself? Anything unusual?
Not sure. Looks like there might have been some odd triggers built into his body. Could explain the corpse decay.
Attempting to unlock the Vitalicron now. Looping you in on the audio feed.
Interface activated. Warning, the memory is corrupted. Came to us from the Nightmare Lands. You knew our ways. You bore a scroll.
I remember so little. What did the scroll say?
A prophecy from the Chamber of Ashes. It had been lost to us.
Die! Go back to the Nightmare Lands. Grateful for your trust, but I must leave soon for Voskar.
Trust does not matter. The prophecy you found speaks of you. You are healed. You are the Shining Man.
Huh. Doesn't tell us why the Shining Man was sent here, but now we know how he conned the Voss.
He manufactured a prophecy somehow, and came to the shrine to earn the Mystic's approval. Then on to Voskar.
Where the regular Voss learned to love him. What worries me is where he claims to have gotten that prophetic scroll. The Nightmare Lands are forbidden to the Voss. Legend says the ruins drive people insane, and our scouts come back in parts. Old ruins might be the only place he could find materials to fake a scroll of prophecy. But there's nowhere worse on the planet.
I solve the mystery of the Shining Man. I uncover a galactic conspiracy. I'm going to the Nightmare Lands.
Then I'll dig up what I can. But we've got some prep work to do. Meet me back at the tea house. Baston out.
Guess we're heading back there then. Do we need to speak to someone here? The Gormak War. I think that's our next Voss story arc mission. Okay, first things first then, let us go back to the Voska Cantina and then head over to Baston's tea house from there. I'm still thinking about that vision with Hunter. What it could mean. And then I swiftly had to double check to make sure I was actually recording this. I was suddenly worried that I wasn't. And that would have been a massive chunk of the storyline taken away.
This is why commandos exist.
I was one, Uncle. They are imperfect. Outsider, forgive us. No tea is prepared. Would you look at something?
Something's wrong. Tell me.
This came to us. It speaks to you.
Hello, Agent. Hope you get this in time, because your friend Baston doesn't have long. He's safe for now, but you know the drill. This stays between us. You want him back? Come to these coordinates. It's out in the Gormak lands, but that shouldn't be a problem for you.
We do not know him. The message came when Baston went into the city.
I've put your father in danger. I'll do everything I can to bring him back.
If he dies, if you die, I will put aside tea and avenge you.
My first hostage crisis. I'll follow your lead.
Great.
Rise and shine.
Achievement unlocked, level 60 Imperial Agent. We're coming along quite well. Whew. Anything? Nothing new there. We do get a new passive ability though, didn't we? Yeah, calculated frenzy when we use backstab. Oh, excuse me. Oh, that wasn't picked up on the microphone. Level 64 gains us a new passive, Surgical Strikes. Increases damage dealt by failed strike and overload shot by 5%. And then we will unlock one final utility point to play with as well. Okay. Guess we're going to these bounty hunter coordinates in the next video, which isn't too far. It's to the entrance of the Gormak lands, which we can travel to from the Imperial shuttle here in the Imperial district. We'll end this video here, and when we come back, as I say, I'll probably start us in the Imperial district about to take the shuttle, and we'll be going into the Gormak lands to see how we can assist the Imperial forces there, as well as investigate what this bounty hunter wants from us. This, of course, has been AnthWolf with Star Wars and the Old Republic. I hope you've all enjoyed, and I hope you all take care. And I'll see you for more in the next video. Until then, no. Bye-bye now.